Baby, baby, you are the one. Baby, baby, you are the one. Baby, baby, you are the one. Baby, baby.
Hey, how we doing? Hope everyone's having a blessed day. Either watching off the YouTube channel, if you're watching today off of Twitch, whatever you're watching on today, we have an important topic to talk about. It's about drift. So usually I would do a video about this, but I just wanted to put it out so quickly. And the video, we already have a video out for the day, so you know. Anyway, drift has been in legal issues with what's his name again? What's that guy's name again? Yeah, 𝗟𝗶𝗸𝗲. Yeah, 𝗟𝗶𝗸𝗲. Been in issues with 𝗟𝗶𝗸𝗲. And I'm about to see what are some of the crap that's been going on, the reason why he is an issue with 𝗟𝗶𝗸𝗲. Now, you might be wondering, 𝗟𝗶𝗸𝗲 was recently just in the news because of people were trying to figure out what time I was trying to cancel him, and everyone came to his defense saying 𝗟𝗶𝗸𝗲 is a nice guy, 𝗟𝗶𝗸𝗲 never do anything like that. Well, now we come to the chance that 𝗟𝗶𝗸𝗲 is not as good as the person that we originally assumed that he was. So now we're gonna dive right into that, and yeah, I bet Bat just got home. That's what's up. So anyway, guys, we're gonna look at just waiting to eat. Yeah, didn't you eat at work though? Anyway, so we're gonna dive right in. Yeah, we're gonna dive right into what the heck he been doing to this poor man.
You know, like you had the talking, by the way, calling in to the Veterans Side Hotline on Veterans Day, pretending to be a veteran, saying they plan to commit a murder, and then giving them my home address, leaving me to deal with the mess. Ooh, and again, 𝗟𝗶𝗸𝗲 isn't going to do most of the talking, but he is going to show up in the call, and if you pay attention to the text, which is going to be on this hand side over here, you'll see him giving directions and just generally having a great time in the chat.
He already slept with my wife like 3 times already.
Where is your wife right now?
She's at his house.
How do you spell Plano?
Plano.
You're Dallas, okay.
Yeah, I live in.
You said A.
What, nigga?
Robert.
Blue, mute him for a second. Blue, mute him for a second. Mute him.
Have to take some.
Am I on the stream?
Yeah, you're on the stream.
Gosh.
What?
See, he know he screwed up.
Oh, well, you're on the stream, dude.
He don't want to be in the stream because he knows exactly what he's doing is wrong.
Okay, hold on.
That's exactly why.
I'm gonna do it.
You're gonna do what, Robert?
What do you think will happen if I go to Drifter's house right now? Like, pop.
So you're having thoughts of hurting him or killing him?
Maybe.
Okay. And what do you plan on doing when we get done with this phone call?
I'll go to Drifter's house. That's what I'm gonna do.
It's so stupid, man. The whole thing is so dumb. Like, why?
Are you really at his house? Are you really at his house?
That's his house right there, dude.
There's a cop there. He called the cops on you. Oh, shit.
Yeah, there's a cop, dude.
There's a cop in...
Hey, Officer Brantley, Plano Police Department.
Nice to meet you, man.
What you up to, my man?
No, man, I'm just chilling.
You just chilling?
Yeah.
Hey, we got a call about you that you were over streaming somebody's house.
Yeah, and look, man, like, this dude, I just wanted to come over here and, like, I just wanted to apologize to him and all that. Look, I gotta also inform you, I do have a gun in my center console, but, look.
Is it registered to you?
Well, you don't have to register a gun in the
I'm just asking you a question.
Yeah, no, it's not registered.
No! Keep it rolling. You gotta keep it filming. This is crazy.
No, sir.
Do you mind if I pat you down to make sure you don't have a weapon? No.
Vancouver Crisis Center.
I'm horrible at Fortnite, and it's wrecking my self-esteem, and I'm sorry to bother you, but I just had to tell somebody. Video games are getting to me, and I'm not in danger of hurting myself, but I'm just crushed. My self-esteem is plummeted, and I just had to get off my chest, and I hope you have a great day, and God bless you guys' work you're doing over there, okay?
Hey, do you think maybe we could just talk for a few more minutes? It sounds like this is really something that's been affecting you.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Like I said, I know there's a small army of people. Anytime I would infer that Creator 𝗟𝗶𝗲 had anything to do with this, fill up my Twitter timeline saying, listen to the truth, believe the truth. Well,
we got video evidence of it.
Ultimately,
the
one
we got video
doing
evidence of the whole entire
call,
thing.
making the calls is the one to blame. I agree. But to act as if you had nothing to do with it is hilariously absurd.
When we have it on
You have
camera.
to be 8 years old to buy that. There have been DMs posted by 𝗟𝗶𝗲 saying, this is Evan, one of the people who gave these clips to Drifter, stating I'm telling Blue to stop trolling. The other DMs are me talking to Blue. Do these look like I'm the one pulling the strings? Drifter is basically showing all the claims by Blue, but blaming me. Well, I can't speak to Drifter's videos, but I can speak to mine. Again, you see, I completely understand it being upset, but blaming you is dumb. You ask Blue to stop, but he doesn't listen to anybody. And then you see Blue here. I don't expose him until their stream. I'm not counting either. Does it matter what I say on the record? How many times have I told you to leave him alone? Honestly, be honest. Just to be clear, you didn't send a guy with something, an armed guy, and all this stuff to know that never happened. He's lying. Well, that's not true because we know that he was charged with these things. Now, to be clear,
yeah, that's true.
Again, I think that ultimately personal responsibility is the overlying factor here. And ultimately, the guy who was showing up at his house. I mean, just let me give you a short list of things that this guy did. Okay, for the lows. Okay, called a local charity and told him to show up at Drifter's house, thinking that he had a donation for elderly people, which of course he did not have. Posting that there was a free PS4 or something, PS5 or PS4 at his house. Families driving as much as 2.5 hours to show up when obviously nothing was there. Real funny. I'm sure that 9-year-old kid who was crying thought it was a real great meme. Had people showing up at his house, armed people showing up at his house. Let's see, had to involve the FBI, local PD. They dragged up his parents' personal information, brought up things from his childhood. And now Drifter has to answer the door armed every single time, and I don't blame him. I don't care who you are. I don't
that
care
is sad,
if you're
though.
like a creator.
That is really
this
sad.
is like beyond insanity. There's also a voicemail released today that is, in my opinion, pretty clearly '8Thought's voice, but we'll say allegedly just to be safe. Going after like a high school kid with this insane in the voice message. The person claimed to be Drifter, it wasn't, saying, or maybe not, I'm off my meds, as the clip said afterwards. And it gets incredibly dark and uncomfortable to listen to. Please be aware before you listen. '8Thought's allegedly did this to this kid for months, and his family to try to ruin their lives over Discord drama. Again, this is just a claim. But when you're talking about 20, 30, 40, 50 claims, you start to notice a pattern. This video isn't to implicate '8Thought's in any way. This video is to show support to Drifter, regardless of whether or not you make the same content or have the same political opinions. No content creator should have to go through this. No person should have to go through this. It's not funny. It's not meme-worthy. It's not Drifter being soft. When I have people, sending stuff to my wife, getting mad about that isn't being soft. All right? When you're legitimately worried for your safety because you have people showing up at your house, this kid showed up at his house armed and was streaming it to 1,000 or 2,000 people, being restreamed by '8Thought's. A mistake I'm sure he would admit. But this kid wasn't doing it on his own accord. He was doing it because he was given an audience. And while it is this kid's fault for doing this stuff, it's just absolutely terrifying as a content creator. And it's
really sad.
Just
I'm just
pathetic,
it's really
cowardly
sad.
stuff that isn't funny.
Now,
send a pizza.
We're gonna go look at Drifter's main thing. Yeah, you wanna mess with people. Sending the pizza is a little bit better. If you're going to do something, send a pizza or send an Amazon stupid package or something, But to have armed people and try to trick donations and all kind of crap from his house is very disgusting and it's very wrong. But here's Drifter's video here. Drifter's an awesome guy. Like you see here, I'm subscribed to Drifter. I always enjoy watching Drifter content videos and all that kind of stuff. Drifter, he's a nice person. I enjoy watching Drifter's content. So let's start right in.
Hey guys, Drifter here. I've been a full-time YouTuber for about 10 years now, and I am finally able to tell my story about getting doxxed, swatted, attempted murder, identity theft, harassed, and just a whole bunch of other crazy stuff, all coming from the YouTuber 𝗖𝗇●. It's been a long journey to get here. A criminal trial involving all of this just recently wrapped up, and I'm finally free to talk about it. I was kind of planning to do it later when my health was better, because stress is bad for you when you're sick, and also because I try to do like one dramatic thing at a time if possible. And an important legal disclaimer here in the very beginning of the video before we go much further. I am going to say in this video 𝗖𝗏 did blah blah blah, and Blue and 𝗖𝗏 did blah blah blah, who's another important person, but I need to be very clear that 𝗖𝗏 himself personally did very little of this. He did not personally swat me very much or anything like that, but rather his friend, Discord admin, Twitch admin, video editor, and potential business partner, depending on who you want to believe, did do all of these things in coordination with 𝗖𝗏, who recorded it, streamed it, enjoyed it, and I also have him recorded giving directions to this person. So Basically, what he did is kind of like what Donald Trump did with his lawyer. He would frequently speak through his lawyer for complicated things. In this case, he got another person that was willing to swat, threaten, dox, harass anybody that he wanted, and that other person would do all sorts of nasty things for him. So when it comes times for legal consequences, right, it all blows back on that person, much less so on 8Thoughts himself. And because of that, 8Thoughts was never charged with a crime in the state of Texas, or any crime regarding anything that happened to me. Now, the other person got some interesting charges, and he got some jail time and pled guilty, and he's out on probation now. But 8Thoughts did not get charged with a crime. Therefore, legally, I probably should not say that he committed a crime, even though prank calling the Veterans Suicide Hotline could be considered a crime. Since that person was not charged with a crime, I have to say that these are non-criminal actions for legally shielding myself. But they did happen. They're true. There's an absolute defense against that. And before we get too much further into this video, I do want to share a voicemail that 8Thoughts left a high school student some number of years ago after a huge harassment campaign to try to get his dad fired from work. To be clear, this does not involve me.
Here we
I
go,
have a giant
guys.
folder of like 150 gigabytes of stuff that I need to organize. But this it's short, it's sweet, and should let you know that I'm not crazy and making this up, and I will have evidence for all of my claims later.
Oh, hey, how you doing? This is Drifter, or maybe not. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm off my meds, and so I'm not really sure who I am today. But whoever I am today may or may not be a little bit pissed off. And just let you know, Brandon, that you may or may not have totally fucked yourself and your family. I'm just saying. You know, just saying. But, you know, I may not be saying, because I don't know what I'm saying. Like I said, I'm off my meds, and I don't know who this is even calling. But if it was somebody who you might know in the past or may not know in the past, I mean, who knows? It's all just jokes. This is all just trolling anyways. Nothing's really actually going to happen. I'm just, I don't know, where am I right now? Anyways, so we want a video of your dad beating the shit out of you. Otherwise, yeah. Well, I mean, that's nothing different than a regular Friday night, let's be honest. So it's not like we're asking for anything extra. You know, your dad beats your ass on a regular basis, you little punk-ass bitch. But you fucked up, you know. And by the way, that's not the address I have anymore that you tried to leak. Just saying that that's the wrong address. So that's why you really fucked up. So there's no threat against me because you don't have the right address anymore. That was an old address, wherever you got it. And, yeah, that was the most slimy, sleazy fucking thing I've ever seen anyone do. And you're a piece of shit. And, yeah, you may or may not pay for it. Not physically, but mentally, we're coming for you. So prepare. Or not prepare, because this could all just be jokes. Who knows? I don't know. I love Jesus.
And an edited version of the suicide hotline prank call where him and the Discord admin call the veteran suicide hotline. The Discord admin pretends to be a veteran who's having some issues with his wife and neighbor, plans to kill both of them with an AR-15 and then themselves. They give my address to the guy on the other end and leave me to deal with whatever the hell happens. That was mostly the Discord admin doing the talking, but 8Thoughts himself is in the call. You can hear him laughing and talking and giving directions and stuff in the chat. So that, yeah, fun. We'll put all that near the back end of the video. You can just skip to there. I got a little story to tell first. So I have to have some evidence today, right?
Sir, but how can I help you?
Okay, so I'm a Marine. I did, serve in, for 2 tours in Afghanistan.
You said he tried to beat you up the other day, but you scared him away with your AR-15?
Yeah, I have a bunch of weapons at home. Like, once I moved here, he stepped up to my porch and he's like, "You better watch your back, nigga." Yeah.
Okay.
He already slept with my wife like 3 times already.
Okay. Wow. And so, where is your wife right now?
She's at his house. I hate being neighbors with this guy. It's like, dude, at least stop fucking my wife.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, this sounds very difficult. I'm sorry that...
Have you ever gotten your wife fucked?
No, I can't say that happened. But I want to stay focused on you here. Robert, how long has these thoughts of suicide been going on? How do you spell Plano?
Plano. It's near Dallas.
Near Dallas, okay.
Yeah, I live in.
You said A.
What, nigga?
Robert.
Blue, mute him for a second. Blue, mute him for a second. Mute him.
Hold on. I gotta take some pills. What's up,
What do
man?
you mean you have to take some?
Am I on the stream?
Yeah, you're on the stream.
Hey. Oh shit.
What? Say-
Okay, I don't want to be on the stream.
Oh, well, you're on the stream, retard.
Ah, fuck. Okay, I would message you. I'll message you because I don't. Okay, hold on, message you.
Sorry about that. Just got pills to take. Yeah,
Okay, wait. All right, hang on. When you said you took some pills, did you take them as prescribed?
you know what? I'm gonna do it.
You're gonna do what, Robert? I can't make out what you're saying right now, Robert.
Dude, what do you think will happen if I go to Drifter's house right now?
This guy is very just out of it.
Pop.
So you haven't thoughts of hurting him or killing him?
Maybe.
Okay. Yeah, but I'm concerned about what you're gonna do tonight, Robert, and when wanting you to stay safe and wanting Drifter to be safe too, even though you're upset at him.
Probably nothing, to be honest. Well, nothing that you can do. There's a lot that I can do. Hey, Tom, I tell you what.
You tell me what?
I'll tell you what. So, I'm gonna go ahead and hang up. You're gonna pretend like I'm
This
not
is so
calling
dumb.
you.
It's not even
You
funny
never
because
told me my
he's
name,
taking off time from the
my
guy actually
address.
helping somebody right now. And the call lines might be busy actually helping somebody that mentally might be suicidal.
What are you planning
And
on
they're using
doing
it to do
when
this.
when we get done with this phone call?
I'll go to Drifter's house. That's what I'm gonna do. Man, I just baited this man so hard. Oh.
Basically, all of this started from one tweet. I tweeted at 8thoughts. I was sick of his shit about, talking about skill-based matchmaking. I told him to enjoy his Twitter account while he still could, because it was like account number 15. They all get banned, and that one inevitably got banned, and I got blamed for it. And then it turned, he kind of sicked his little Discord admin on me, this Blue fellow who's a very nasty person. Blue himself has told me he did it for money, and he has told me that he is a troll for hire, and that he personally doesn't hate me, or didn't then, probably does now after being arrested. But rather, 8thoughts was
After
building
being
a whole
arrested.
team and planning to do all this kind of stuff. So there's a credibility issue there. You can believe who you want to believe. It was initially small things, like we're going to prank call you, we're going to call your parents, we're going to call your extended family, we're going to send pizzas to your house, we're going to send weird orders, we're going to send escorts, which is getting a little bit more in the dangerous range, because when enough escorts come, eventually you have to deal with angry pimps and handlers and things like that. I started working with the police. The police put me on a very strict no contact, no response diet, so no matter what happens, even if it's live on stream, I'm supposed to try to not respond as much as possible. Instead of getting bored with this, I think they kind of realized I was trying to ignore them, so it was like a challenge, and they just kept escalating things higher and higher and higher.
Why did you even decide to start all this to begin with?
That's kind of what I do, to be honest. Kind of entertained. Like, you can ask 8thoughts. I've done this plenty of times, and it's entertaining within. You calls and everything. All I'm doing is just trying to get you to snap. That's all I'm trying to do. Get you to have a meltdown.
Why do you want me to have a meltdown?
You already had a meltdown once.
Oh no!
I can promise you, this is not a battle to win. If I wanted to actually, really get to you deeply, I have other methods to do, but I'm trying to, just have it, be cosmetic, as in a way. Just trying to be nice to you. Just to mess with you. That's all I'm trying to do. So I told him how to get unsuspended, because I've been suspended multiple times. My account keeps getting suspended. So I know how to get around that, so I kind of help him doing that. But he also doesn't know how to shut his mouth and get around the algorithm. So he keeps saying dumb shit and getting banned from suspended. So, that's just on his end.
You know, then it moved on to harassing my wife, stream donations where my address would pop up on my little like stream text and stuff, so I had to turn that off. A lot of bad things. Then it moved into impersonating me on social media. Then there was attempts to cancel me, finding any cheeky, offensive thing that I said over the last 10 or 15 years on the internet, sending it to all my sponsors to try to get me fired. I had to have meetings with quite a few of them to smooth all of this out. But thankfully, nobody dropped me because the context behind my sins were minor compared to what else was going on. But it just kept escalating. It kept getting more and more calls all the time, voicemails all the time, calls not only from Blue but also from 8thoughts. And I was told that if I just follow them on Twitter and become friends, that it would go away. And after studying the group for a little bit, what I basically learned is that means you kind of work for them. And I saw other YouTubers that did take this offer and ultimately ended up working and communicating with them in order to keep their families safe. And like I said, I'm not alone. I found like, I think, 8 other people, maybe. Pretty much none of them want to be contacted for being in this video. The most common answer I get is, I want to keep my family safe. So this continues to get worse and worse and worse.
That's the whole dangerous of what we do. It's just, you have all these different issues with different people you have to just deal with, the people just trying to figure you out, you know?
Tricked a charity. There was like a charity that showed up in my house with a giant trailer, and they're like, okay, we're here for the free computers and furniture. And I talked to them. Basically, the Blue fellow posted pretending to be like just giving away everything and moving to a foreign country. So a charity drove like 2 miles to my house to show up with this giant trailer expecting to get stuff for senior citizens, and I had to turn them away. Same thing with like selling a PlayStation. Had all sorts of kids and dads yelling at me and stuff because I didn't have a PlayStation that I was giving away for free at my house. Then it starts getting nastier. All of a sudden, my wife's credit card pings as fraudulent charges, and I have documentation for that I need to edit before I show. Then all of a sudden, there's the veteran suicide hotline prank call where they call in there and they tell them a weird story, and then just give them my address and bounce. After that, I set up a swatting protocol with the local police department, which I don't want to talk about on today's video because it's still in effect, so that I don't get swatted. And if I start talking about it, that the process involved on how to actually trigger an emergency response to my house might get revealed, so I don't want to do that. But it's like a week later, that response did trigger, and there was something bad called into my house, so I had to go through a process to make sure that the SWAT team did not show up, guns ablazing here. It pretty much just continued. Then we had issues with people stealing things out of my front lawn. I don't know if that was associated with 8thoughts or not. I did have 2 individuals show up at my house with firearms. One of them came about, there was a fan who reached out to me and said that him and Blue were on some dark web board and that they were trying to buy somebody to kill me and rape my wife and all this kind of weird stuff. This guy was really sketchy. They didn't even offer a lot of evidence, so I didn't really like believe that or pay much attention.
This guy needs a vacation. These people messed him up so bad.
All this stuff got so crazy. But about a week after that, this really weird dude showed up at my house, and I've been harassed for like a long time. So I was like loaded gun in every room, sleep with my AR-15 mode, and but I wasn't thinking about it a whole lot at the time, so I was just like right by the door and I heard it ring. So I got my shotgun. I always answer the door with the shotgun kind of around the corner, and there was this really weird dude there, just looked really out of place for my neighborhood, a little bug-eyed, and I kind of asked him what he wanted, and he looked really confused, and he's like, I just wanted to make sure that people lived here. And I'm like, come again? He's like, I'm sorry, I didn't know if anybody lived here or not, and I needed to be sure. And I pulled my shotgun around to view and was like, I don't know what you need to be sure of, but you need to leave. Dude bounced. Now, that's not too weird in and of itself, but then I went back and watched my security cameras, and I see this dude make like a couple of trips past my house, seemingly casing it out, then turning around and coming up to the door, and I catch him on the security camera tucking something large and black into the back waistband behind his hoodie. Now, I guess that could be a cell phone in the back pocket, but most people don't put up their cell phones like just sticking it in. I mean, that's usually a very different object, like a Glock or a 1911 or something like that. So I think I got very lucky on that one. Then, of course, there was the incident with the Discord admin, the Blue fellow, who did most of the trolling and swatting, actually showing up at my house actually in a ski mask with a gun in the dashboard of the car, streaming it, my house, my address, my everything, everywhere. And then 8Thoughts effectively restreaming that. At one point there was 2,000-ish people watching my house live with this dude getting ready to do something. He says he was coming to apologize. Who shows up in the middle of a rainstorm with a ski mask and a gun to apologize? I don't even know. And dude got arrested on stream. It was a nightmare. It's a personal security nightmare. And you can think what you want of 8Thoughts, his involvement with this, but I'll let you know that that is not a responsible way to behave as a content creator. There is absolutely nothing responsible about streaming another content creator's house in any context, much less at the end of a harassment campaign with an armed and masked individual on site.
That is true.
That's a recipe for disaster. And for example,
that's how he did it, sadly.
During all of this kind of stuff going on, I realized pretty quickly that it was going to get violent. Started working with the police. I hired private detectives. I found 8Thoughts in Blue and a number of other people from their Discord. None of them are super clever or well hidden. And I had them followed and logged for quite some time to learn about their lives and where they lived and worked and families and blah, 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 blah. Now, I'm sitting here for a year. Threats coming in all the time, weird people showing up with guns, swatting, blah, blah, blah. Don't do anything. Don't call people. Don't make contacts. No tit for tat. No reaching out. I have people in my Discord saying, why don't you do something about this? And the answer is absolutely not. They go low, I'm going to go high. I'm going to do everything above water. I'm going to work with lawyers. I'm going to work with police. I had to work with the FBI about a child pornography issue that came up along the way, not with 8Thoughts specifically or Blue, but some of their fans got very, very busy, and I saw it and I made sure that guy got, his world shit on. But the rule was in my community and the people helping me, if you reach out, if you play tit for tat, if you call these people, if you try to swat, if there's anything, you're instantly automatically banned for life, and I'm reporting you to the police. And that's what we did. I got to sit here and eat shit for a year, knowing everything, versus the other fellow, 8Thoughts. Drifter talks shit on Twitter. I think he got my account banned. It's hilarious when he gets worked up. Let's do more swatting. Let's share all of his personal info online. God, they did a stream where they found documents from like 1994 of my parents' divorce and all this, like they had to consider the safety of the child, and they read about how I had behavioral problems and like mental damage and blah 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 as a kid. Just all of that personal stuff on stream, which was not particularly fun. And about that, I got very lucky that a lot of those documents are sealed. There are crimes that you can commit against children that states have a tendency to lock down for a very long period of time. I'm glad that they were not able to access those documents. That would have been a much worse stream. It was a complete nightmare from start to finish. This is sort of the teaser, effectively. I have evidence of all of this. I was planning literally a 5-part series going through each little claim in detail to prove it and expose the other individual and stuff. My health has been poor, and the idea was that I do this later when my health is better, when I'm more organized, when I feel good, when I can speak concisely and clearly. But last night I saw Nick Merckx getting crapped on and other people running in to defend 8Thoughts. This is a shame. He's being abused. You can't criticize people. You can't use First Amendment on YouTube, blah, 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 blah. And I couldn't hold back anymore. Since the other person pled guilty, the trial's effectively over. I can speak my piece, and I'm doing that now. God, I don't know, this is not a very organized video. It's like 7 in the morning when I'm recording this. I got 3 doctor's appointments that I gotta go to as soon as it's done. But I will have footage here at the end of this video. Oh man, I forgot about the Reddit admins that were involved with this. They went after the COD Reddit admins, YouTubers, streamers, political activists. There were developers from, I think, both Treyarch and Infinity Ward that got targeted by this group of individuals, including 8Thoughts and his community. That triggered like an Activision security response, which is a totally different mess that I don't want to deal with. But they can talk about those issues if they want to. They probably won't. Most of these people want to kind of stay anonymous, But yeah, this is just kind of like the teaser for it. I guess in a couple of days when I'm feeling better, I'm going to start putting that docu-series together and getting ready to go live with all of it.
All right.
What's also crazy...
That's a lot of stuff to go over in the process, but yeah, this is 8Thoughts. Wow, there's a lot. And I'm learning this information as we watch, so I don't have a lot to speak on right now, but I'll make a video later on about what I have to speak on this matter. But as of now, I don't know what else to say. But I have to say thank you guys for watching. This is Holly Mike at EBG Studios sign out. Have a good one, and I hope you guys have an amazing, fantastic day. And that you guys, you guys send love and positivity to each other, all right? See ya. Mm-mm-mm.